it's Julian. Today, it's a very special day. I'm going to be showing you how to make futuristic melodic garage house like WES Mills. To go along with this video, you can get the full template. Everything that you heard in the intro is available at the top of the description on my website. Definitely don't miss out. Go grab that while it's available. Thanks for the support, everybody, and let's get started. Alright, so we got the first thing up here, which is this chord stabs. So I would start with this. You know, when you're making a track like this, there's kind of like two parts to it. There's like all this melodic stuff, which need to be really solid first, and then the actual groove, which need to be solid on their own as well. But I would really start with trying to get like some good chords like this. Now, this is honestly much simpler if you look at it just in terms of chord progressions, right? Like, you could start with just, it doesn't have to be all this don't, right? It's just, like, the chord progression here would be like, you know, it's not that complicated. Like, you could play that. What this is we're basically going, so this is in the key of D minor going to this D sharp major. So it's like D minor, D sharp major, G minor, A sharp major, C minor. Like a pretty simple chord progression in that sort of like D minor, D sharp major realm. You start with that and then you can get the rhythm to it. And then the sound is just, it's pretty simple. It's made with wavetable. We're using a sine wave and then this resonant wavetable here. But what we're doing is there's an envelope on this low pass filter. So it kind of creates this nice, like, punchy pluck. We've also got the noise unison, but you notice very little of it. There's a little bit of this pedal and reverb, so here's without those. With, just adds a bit of texture, brings it to life. Sidechain, and then we're high passing. Then I've got this analog lead. Now, what this is doing is it's the same progression you just saw, but notice it's only playing the top notes, which in this case will be the thirds, because the way I've got these chords is it's root note, fifth, third. So basically you have a chord progression, and then you have this lead playing just the thirds of those chords. And you can hear they layer together to kind of create one thing. So what this is it's like this organ synth I made with analog. We've got two sine waves, an octave apart plus a fifth. And then, yeah, you can see the amp envelope is just sort of short and punchy like that. Sidechain, and then just high pass. Again, it's really just meant to fit on top of that other layer and not really stand out so much. Then we have this pad. So this is kind of playing its own thing. If you listen to it with the progression, though, it's really pretty just walking down the scale like that. So what it's doing is it's notes in the D minor scale. Like this actually just starts with the D minor chord, same as that, but then obviously it goes off into its own world. And then you put those notes together and it creates something pretty nice when you put it against the other chord progression. They don't always have to be following the same progression, right? But this is a triangle wave with a little bit of another triangle wave. If you look, you can see there's a bit of unison. We got a low pass on there. Some chorus and reverb. You know, just kind of washing it out, making it maybe like some old Juno synth or something like that. High pass and then sidechain. Then we have a few little vocals. Now these really work together. Right, so I have these two little vocal racks. These are actually from this voice box over here, this pack inside of Ableton. You can all get this if you have Suite, but what it is, just some vocal chops. They're tuned to D minor, right? And then I believe these are tuned to G minor actually, but it kind of all fits together. We get this high pass and then sidechain, and then you can hear, yeah, it just adds a nice element. And goes really well with that chord progression. Then you add this one. Same thing, just high pass and side chain. This one I got in G minor as well. And then it all works together really well. So that's like the first half of it, is get these elements, you know, get something really vibey. But you also need to execute, right? It can't just be that stuff. You also need to have a really solid, fat, punchy house groove or garage under it. So that's where you would go and probably mute all of this stuff. And then just start with a bass line. Like, we literally just took the chord progression. Now, one secret with this is the chords are just constantly down, 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 down. With the bass, it is the same notes, but some of them I just have it. Like, it doesn't play every note. It sometimes just holds out. And you can hear that creates a lot more groove with the kick because there's a little bit more space for the groove, right? So for the sound, this is a really simple patch and operator. We just got a square wave, a little bit of FM from this sine wave, and then a little bit of FM on that from this other sine wave. Low pass filter with an envelope on it. Subcut, and we're converting to mono, and then just side chaining to the kick. So you can start with that, and then we have a nice fat 909 kick. This also has a little subcut and converting to mono, so get these right. And then we have two open hi-hats. What we're doing is one is a little short. And one's a little longer. You can see it creates a lot of push and pull in the groove. Like, even just the kick with those two, there's a lot of motion. Plus, we got all these other hi-hats dancing around, and then we have a clap. From the old Lynn drum tracks. Bring the melodic stuff back, and now it has a foundation to really groove, and this can all come together. But you just have to be able to get both of those worlds right, and you can make something like this. So that's how you do it. As you can see, you just got to start with a nice foundation as far as drums and bass go, and a solid melodic foundation with a good chord progression. If you can get those two things right, you can definitely make this style. That's going to be it for this one, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe, and let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Let me know if you want to see more like this. Make sure to get the template from this video at the top of the description on my website. Go download it now while you can. Thanks for the support, everybody. Every little bit helps, so I can keep bringing you guys these new videos every day. And I'll see you tomorrow with another video.